All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, I have an update on Gervonta Davis as he is involved in more court activities. But in this time, it seems like he's really got taken advantage of, and now he's in a much better place. So good news, but at the same time can explain, I think, some of the things that made Gervonta Davis say that he's sick of the business and wants to retire. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where Gervonta Davis gives us an example of some real, how can I say, scummy behavior in the sport of boxing, specifically involving him and two gentlemen. One goes by the name of Wayne Roy, and the other one goes by the name of Kevin Batiste. They claimed that Gervonta Davis owed them a lot of money because Gervonta Davis was their manager, and they agreed to separate when Gervonta Davis became signed with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and started working with Al Heyman. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. Look, I'm going to try to talk about this in a way where I'm not too harsh on anybody. However, it's going to be kind of difficult because, you know, as a business person, I have a certain set of ethics that I work by. And when other people don't necessarily live up to those standards, yeah, I can kind of label them from time to time as being a bit of a scumbag. And I think that is what Gervonta Davis ran into with two gentlemen, one named Wayne Roy and the other named Kevin Batiste. Let me give you the background on this. In October of 2013, Gervonta, or I think it was, 2013, October 13th of 2013, Gervonta signed a managerial agreement with Wayne Roy and his financial backer, a guy named Kevin Batiste. Within a few months, February 4th, so it is October, November, December, January, February, 4 months later, Gervonta Davis and them agree that they won't work together. Gervonta Davis was then sued. Well, they agreed, I think they said they agreed to a $35,000 payment. And Gervonta Davis had only paid $2,000 when Wayne Roy and Kevin Batiste filed in court. Gervonta did something really, really dumb after they sued him for the money, and he did not show up to court. Since he did not show up to court and he did not defend himself from the accusations, the court awarded the two guys the money. So Gervonta Davis and these two people get together and Gervonta Davis pays them. Now, did he pay them the $35,000 that they said that he owed them? No, he wound up paying them as much as $468,000. Let me repeat. Gervonta Davis worked with these two guys, according to this article, from October 13th of October of 2013 to February of 2014. That's only 4 months. But yet Gervonta Davis had to voluntarily pay a guy $468,000 for what appears to be 4 months of a relationship. Now watch this. Now this is where I'm saying I break with that's Gervonta's fault. Gervonta's fault is the $35,000. without a doubt, because he didn't call, he didn't go to court, he didn't say anything about it, right? He didn't go to court and then and argue with them. So if you don't argue with them, that says, okay, you must owe him the money. But then he goes about paying the money. And I have to wonder how in the world $35,000 got all the way up to $468,000. Now watch this. The court in this particular instance found for Gervonta and said, look, that's it. Gervonta, the court told Damon, told Wayne Roy and Kevin Batiste, that's it. You cannot bill him any more money for this. Because guess what? Once Gervonta Davis paid them the $468,000, they never filed that with the court that the debt had been satisfied. It was their responsibility to tell the court that the debt had been satisfied. They did not tell the court that the debt had been satisfied, and they just kept what they said was discovery up, which was what? Continuing to find out how much money Gervonta Davis made. I can only imagine that it involved calling Al Heyman, sending notes to Al Heyman, sending notes to different people, telling people that you own Gervonta Davis and that Gervonta Davis, that they owe you money that was paid to Gervonta Davis, right? That is what you call, and I'm not going to put it on this man, but when the judge told him that's it, $468,000, he paid that, that's it. You can't keep discovering information. At a certain point in time, he paid you enough money, you got to accept the payment in whole. Now, what does this look like to me? It looks like some strong arm stuff, because they were only with Gervonta for 4 months. You go for 4 months and you get $500,000 for 4 months for some fights that took place way back in 2013 and 2014. This is that to me, just to me, not saying what it sounded like to the judge, even though the judge is clearly saying, leave Gervonta alone. Stop trying to milk this dude for all of his money. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's a scummy sport, but the way, not the sport isn't scummy, but the way managers, people handle themselves. Like, why do I think that this is bad on those two guys? Because they know full well that they don't deserve $500,000 for 4 months of representation for a guy that was a prospect and had not even fought for a championship yet. That is ridiculous. And at a certain point in time, guys, you got to let him go. You got to stop, put your hand, taking it in his pocket, put your hand in his pocket, putting your hand in his pocket. You put your hand in his pocket from all the way from the $35,000 that he owed you, and you force him to pay you $468,000. No wonder somebody would want to retire from boxing with guys like that trying to stiff arm you like that. But anyway, they won't get another penny, but you see what not showing up to court does. He would have got away with $35,000 and could have been done with it at $35,000, but he had only paid $2,000. Then with the $468 that he wound up paying, obviously Gervonta eventually wound up going back to court and saying, hey, man, look, I paid these guys all this money and they keep pressing me for some more money. Can you please get rid of this for me? And the judge did him nice. And hey, man, my opinion, that's a big win for Gervonta Davis. But I'm telling you, man, y'all be glad you're not that ain't my son y'all working with trying to do that stuff. Like I said, man, you for 35, how you turn 35,000 into 468,000? Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.